Welcome to On the Beat, everyone. I'm Troy Thompson. Joining me today is Dr. Andy Barlow, and of course his second #1 new release on Amazon, Highway to Health, The Road to Overcoming Depression, Anxiety, Insomnia, and of course chronic pain through the gut. Welcome to the show, my friend. Nice to see you again.
Thank you so much, Troy.
Congratulations on your second book, Highway to Health. Before we get into the conversation about our diet, why did you feel that was an important topic to write about within the book?
Okay, because, well, our diet plays a huge part in our overall health. Actually, if you look back, 75 years ago, our medication for our grandparents were actually our food, what we consumed.
Herbs and things like that.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you took it out of the ground and you consumed it, you ate it. And now what's happening is all of the processed foods that we're consuming today it has very little nutritional value. And the processing process, if you will, causes actually inflammation in your body. And so this inflammation can destroy your joints, your nervous system, your muscles, your ligaments, and then you end up with this chronic type of pain syndrome that doctors and patients are kind of confused about because they can't figure out, I've taken all of these drugs and I'm still in pain and I can't function as a human being.
Well, I want to talk about how diet affects depression.
Okay.
I didn't think that would be the case.
Yeah.
Because I know I get a bit of a high when I'm having maybe a McDonald's chip.
Yeah, well, you can. So you can get that high at the beginning, and there's a neurological reason for
really?
that. We won't.
I was joking.
Okay, no, it's actually, so I can go into as much detail as you. Yeah, because see what happens is when you consume wheat, for example. Wheat has gluten in it, and gluten, when it actually passes the blood-brain barrier, it can be toxic to the human brain, and there's a part of your brain called the nucleus of accumbens, and actually that's our addiction center, so people can actually get addicted to wheat and bread. So if you tell somebody, you can always tell if somebody has like an autoimmune disorder to gluten, because if you say you can't eat bread anymore, they're like, oh my gosh. And see, we shouldn't have those types of affinity toward food.
Or reaction.
Exactly, like almost an emotional reaction to that.
Okay, well, let's talk about diet and anxiety.
Okay. All right, so what happens with diet? You have a poor diet over years to decades. And what this will do in our gut, it will actually cause us to have what is called malabsorption issues. Okay. And this malabsorption issue, what happens when it comes to depression and anxiety, we have to actually take certain amino acids, from, let's say from a steak, and break that down into amino acids. And those amino acids are called tryptophan and tyrosine. So this tryptophan and tyrosine actually has to get into the brain, and it's kind of the precursors, okay, to making dopamine and serotonin. So when you can't make those, what are called monoamines, the building blocks for your dopamine and serotonin, you end up with depression, anxiety.
Really?
And it's like you wake up in the morning and it's like, oh, today is going to be bad, or, I don't like my boss, I don't like my work, I don't like anything in my life. So we're not happy anymore because, see, we can't produce serotonin in the brain, and it's directly linked to our gut function.
Look, one more I have to ask you because it's about insomnia and our diet. Let's just talk about that for a moment.
So what happens is with insomnia, the key component there again is serotonin. You have to make serotonin in order for you to go to sleep, and whenever you can't make serotonin, again, we're kind of up at night, we can't go to sleep, or sometimes you'll go to sleep and then you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning wondering, why am I waking up at 3 o'clock when I should be sleeping?
Well, as always, you give great information, great thought that we can take away from you. We really appreciate everything you do for us. If you want to find out more information, there it all is up on the screen for you. And to make sure if you want to purchase the book, head over to highwaytohealthbook.com. I've been chatting away with Dr. Andy Barlow from Chiropractic Physician Centre of Tupelo. Back after this short break.